Can you believe that out of 57 games that Italy and Switzerland have played with each other, they have never faced each other at Euros. Never. So out of those 57 games, 28 are won by Italy and only 8 are won by Switzerland. So this match gets even more interesting that we are going to have tonight. The last meeting that Italy and Switzerland had was back in 2010, which ended up in a draw. So in the last 3 matches that Italy and Switzerland have played ever in any competition, ended up in a draw. On one side there is Switzerland that is undefeated in 14 of their last 15 matches in Euros. On the other hand, there is Italy that have won their last 11 matches in Euros. The opening match between Turkey versus Italy was completely dominated by Italy on every front. They were the clear winners in that game. Now in Italy's squad, Marco Verratti is most unlikely to be there in the squad today. And in last match with Turkey, Florenzi picked up an injury. Now it is also very unlikely that he would be there in the squad today. But to replace them for today's match, they have Lorenzo and Locatelli. So we can expect that, Italy has a pretty good and solid squad for today's match. Now talking about Italy's midfield, Jorginho, Barella, I think in the match against Turkey, the game was won in midfield because they were so good in passing. They were so good in holding the ball. They were so good in creating passes. And then, building up the play from the midfield was brilliant of Italy. And Jorginho Barella was so damn good in that match. And I'm sure that they're going to produce the same thing today. Talking about Italy's forward, Insigne, then Immobile, Berardi, they are ruthless. I mean, they are so good and in such good form. There is no way that this game will end in a goalless match. There is no way that is happening because I am sure that we can expect so many goals from Italy's side because they are actually playing very well. Switzerland has drawn the last 4 matches that they have played at Euros. And if today with Italy versus Switzerland, if this match ends up in a draw, this will be the 5th match that ends up in a draw for Switzerland. And in history of Euros, it has never happened that any country has drawn 5 matches continuously. Now in Switzerland versus Wales, we saw one thing, that Switzerland was so much better than Wales, so much better, but the problem was that they could not convert. They tried to create so many chances, but the first goal came after first half by Embolo. But when they took Shaqiri out, and even after that, they just got satisfied with that one goal. That is how they ended up in a draw. Otherwise, the game was of Switzerland's for sure. Now for Switzerland, there is Shaqiri, who acts as an attacking midfielder and will be having a lot of creative role in the midfield, will be creating chances, and we can see that happening from Shaqiri. Switzerland needs to break up the play from midfield, and Xhaka and Remo are there for Switzerland who can actually do that and stop Italy from converting, from scoring goals. Mbabu was so impressive. He has pace, he's quick, he can track back and go forward very easily. So Mbabu will play a very important role in this match too. Switzerland's number 9 Seferovic got such good chances in the match against Wales but could not convert, and I actually felt that he would get a goal in the previous match, but it did not happen for him. But Seferovic needs to work. They cannot miss the chances that they are creating. They need to convert from set pieces, and any chance that they are getting in the game, they have to convert if they want to win this match. And a special mention for Gavranovic, who came as a substitute in second half, and he created good chances. He was trying to get a goal. That could have happened if he would have gotten more minutes on the ball. That could have happened easily for him. But we cannot deny the fact that Italy has best centre-back pairing, that is of Bonucci and Chiellini, and it will get very difficult for Switzerland to convert. So they have to focus on set pieces, and they have to focus on taking the chances and converting them whenever they can, because if they start missing the chances that they did with Wales, we cannot expect them to win this match against Italy, because Italy is very strong. Italy is in a very good form, and it's not easy to break that. It is really not easy. So my prediction for this match is going to be 2-1 in favor of Italy. I have a feeling that Italy is going to win this match because they have everything required to win. So let's see what happens. It's 1-0 in favor of Italy, and I did not expect it any other way. It had to be this way. It had to be 1-0, and it had to be Italy up front, and with that one advantageous goal before they go to the second half. And I feel all the work done in that goal was by Locatelli. What a beautiful goal. Now it started from midfield when he saw a loose ball in midfield. He gave an out wide cross to Berardi up front, and Berardi controlled the ball and teased it inside the penalty box. And what a run by Locatelli, my goodness. He ran from midfield to that penalty box, and then very easily he swooped in inside the net. And wow, what a goal by Locatelli. Seriously, it was his goal, clearly his goal, and very nicely struck it right into the net. There is no way that goalkeeper could have saved that, but defenders, they could have done a better job at that point of time, to detect that run, to see that run that, that Locatelli made. They could have actually defended well, but then all kudos to Locatelli. What a goal it was. Seriously, a brilliant goal. But it's a really big loss for Italy that Chiellini is not going to be playing for them because he had some issue with his hamstring and a goal was missed, from him, and he just went out, and it just felt like that, what happened to him, was something wrong with him. But then anyhow, he's out now. Chiellini is out, and yes, it feels like the Switzerland can use that, Chiellini not being there, the captain not being there, they can use that and destroy their defense by, producing something at least. But there's a lot of that missing in Switzerland today. They need to control the midfield, but it's not happening at all, and they've seemed very disorganized. I don't know why. I really thought that, they would do better today. But yeah, we can't blame them. Italy is on fire. Let's see what happens in second half. But my prediction 2-1 is going to be same as of now for second half too. So I think it's going to be 2-1. But still, the one goal from Switzerland, it's so hard to even think that they could get a goal, We can expect a game-changing moment from Switzerland only if they defend well, because if they concede another goal, there is no way that there is a comeback for Switzerland here in this match. Let's see what happens in second half. It's full time and the scoreline is 3-0. Italy won it fair and square. There was no chance. There was no chance that Switzerland stood in front of this Italy team. If there is one thing that I can be very sure of, and that is that Golden Boot race is going to be so much fun, because see, Lukaku got 2 goals, Ronaldo got 2 goals, then Patrick Schick got 2 goals for Czech Republic, then Immobile got 2 goals now, and then Locatelli has got 2 goals. Imagine the kind of race that it is going to be, and there are so many people who have got 1 goal, that too. But then the race is going to be very interesting, and let's see who wins this Golden Boot. Like I said, Switzerland did not even stand a chance with this Italy team. It was not even possible, not at all possible. To win a match like this against a team like Italy, I think you have to convert better. No doubt at some point of time, Switzerland looked threatening, but at very few moments, and that too, they did not know what to do in the penalty area, So much confusion and disorganization in this Switzerland team, and I don't know why. I really thought that they would do better. At least they'll get a goal, but then come on, it's Italy's defense, and you can't really take that lightly. It's going to be something very difficult, and you can't just break that with that kind of finishing. So you had to be very good at that, but did not happen with Switzerland. And Italy has won it, and there is no coming back for Italy because they're doing so good. They're in such good form, and there is a chance that I might have miscalculated something about Italy, because they did not qualify for 2018 World Cup, and I thought that maybe they might not really perform very well in this competition, but oh my god, they're actually very good. Let's see wherever this competition takes them, but at the moment Italy is doing pretty good. Let's see what happens next. Okay, that's it from me today. Bye.